Just secure. Yep. Everything.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
We go. November Hotel, departing 01. Newcastle radar, good afternoon, this is Golf Whiskey India November Hotel.
Golf Whiskey India November Hotel, Newcastle.
Whiskey India November Hotel is a 3-axis microlight out of Eshott, 2 persons on board, heading over to the coast and up north to Bamborough Castle, squawking 7,000, 1,200 feet on 1022.
November Hotel, roger, that's understood, basic service to Tyne region 1024.
Basic service 1024, thank you, November Hotel. One coming up, what do you think?
Oh, this one, yeah. Yeah, I think it's laid.
Got approximately 2 miles.
My co-pilot today is John Oswald. When he's not flying with me, he flies his Pioneer 300.
Get that cruise, get that trimmed, get that balanced, set the horizon. Beautiful, Roy. Try and fly a course, what are we heading? Just see it turn on 360, due north. Well, make it 340, because we're probably going to point out to sea, I think. And then gently bring her around, and just try, keep your eyes off the outside. Try and just maintain your height and fly the course.
Position 12 Golf Project, continue approach number 1, contact Newcastle Tower 119.7 click. 497, sure, let's go.
It's for a few minutes just to see how it feels.
281 Tango, descent to altitude 3,500 feet, Newcastle QNH 1028. And then 3,500 this is 21 down.
I hope you're looking where we're going, because I'm not.
That's what I'm here for, I'm the lookout. What I was going to ask you to do was, you're descending at the moment at about 200 or 300 feet a minute. Try and bring it up and just hold your height. Even if it means setting your horizon slightly below your boss, just see where it's at. So if we did fly into muck, you know now where your horizon is.
Yeah.
733 with the ICCNH 1028.
FedEx 584 Newcastle radar, good afternoon, radar vector ILS runway 07, information Yankee current QNH 1028, descent flight level 140.
Descent flight level 140, FedEx 584.
You're doing the right thing. Take her down and we'll have a little bit better. We'll go back under the cloud.
Yeah.
See what I mean, we're at 2-3. Give me a lovely view flying down the coast.
Yeah.
It certainly looks clacky up there, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to have the heater, that's all I can say.
Oh, what a difference.
Berwick's plugged in really, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be dubious.
Let's spin it around, I think.
Wise move.
Which way should we go? Let's go do a left turn.
It's better because when you get over the sea and you lose your horizon, sometimes it can disorientate you a bit.
Snow.
Yeah. Wise move.
I did want to go about 5 miles north of Berwick to show John a pub that we'd had a meal in, but the weather just wasn't good enough today.
At least the fields appear to be drying out a bit anyway.
Yeah.
Radar Honeyman 6 Alpha's overhead on main now.
Not a lot, but some.
The reason I called this an unlikely flight was because about 3/4 of an hour before we took off, we were actually in the middle of a snow blizzard. Everyone else went home, but we decided to stick it out and see what would happen, and as a result we had a really nice flight. We couldn't get any further than Berwick, mind you, but that was good for today.
Lovely. I'll give you 9 out of 10 for that one. But I'll give you 10.
For the second part of this film, I've been trying out a new camera angle with the camera attached underneath the aircraft. What we're going to do is a takeoff and touch and go, followed by a long final approach. And I thought I'd just share with you the thoughts going through my head as I'm flying this circuit. We've been using one stage of flap for takeoff. And here we are on the approach using all 3 stages of flap. Approach speed around 60 miles an hour. Carefully touching down. Now for those of you that have flown a Eurostar, to carry out a touch and go means changing from 3 stages of flaps to 1 and adjusting the trim fairly smartly, otherwise you find when you do lift off the plane skies quite alarmingly, and you've got to have a lot of forward pressure on the stick. So it's easy to do once you've gotten the hang of it, but it catches you out, you know, at first. Stage 1 flap stays on to at least 200 feet. In this instance I've left them on rather a long time, but no damage done. We're climbing at about 65 to 70 miles an hour, so we're well within the speed range. And here we are, we've missed out a bit. We're now turning onto a very long final approach to runway 19. Now we're actually about 1.75 miles away from the numbers here, with about 1.5 minutes to run. I've slowed the plane down to within the flap limiting speed of 77 miles an hour, engaged first stage of flaps, and settling down, aiming for the runway. Now this is quite a long way out, and it gives you plenty of time to line up, or conversely a lot of time to realise that you need a bit more practice at lining up. This is especially true if there's a crosswind blowing. However, we've settled the plane down and coming in nicely at around about 60 miles an hour is the approach speed I like to use when there's no wind around. If there is some wind, I'll push this up to 65 miles an hour just to make sure I keep control, authority with the ailerons. Third stage of flap engaged. For those of you that have flown a Eurostar, you get a very comforting feeling with that third stage of flap in, and you usually have to apply more power to combat the drag. Tremendous amount of drag here, but the plane is very well settled, and I'm concentrating on just aiming at the centre line of the runway. Something less than 100 feet here. Still aiming for the numbers. And that'll do for me. Now I must add, this is just the way I do it. It works for me, and I hope you enjoyed this.